Who is that directed at?
Yo!
I'm recovering from being sick, I guess.
Oh, okay.
As long as you're recovering, that's all that's important. I suppose not all that's important, but we'll let that slide. So, who remembers what happened, what was going on in game before we decided, I was going to let you off for the holidays? Who remembers? Anyone? Bueller?
No. I don't.
Let's see. Ashton was talking to Leonard. Because he was trying to talk to Candace, but he intercepted and got some information out of him.
As Leonard is wont to do.
I believe Ashton told him about Marlowe and those encounters. That's what I remember from my character's scene.
I really don't.
Not sure what else happened that last session.
I remember nothing.
That is usual for you. Anyone else have any thoughts?
We do not have a Connor.
No, he kind of begged off, so I have not harassed him right now into why isn't he here.
Someone with better memory than me. Do something.
I nominate the you who has a better memory than you do.
Well, that's not me. Oh, thank God. We'd be screwed.
Look within yourself to find the you who has a better memory than yourself.
That's not how it works.
I do remember that we were planning more for our party. We were dealing with Parvis and Eddie some.
Eddie's stock rose a considerable amount.
Yeah.
What do you mean you know the guy who knows the draft? Oh, fuck.
Yep. Lorelai enlisted Jonathan Burton to do food. I think we did that previous games before that, but it's still in the works with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton at some point went to go talk to his girl. If I remember correctly.
Yep.
That's right. He got interrupted by Leonard and spilled the beans on the Marlowe situation to him and possibly other things. I'm not sure. I think it was mostly the Marlowe situation.
Wait, was last episode when Ed came in and was like, "Oh, I know everybody. Oh, look, I'm actually super. All these things. Yeah," and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Ed decided it would be good if people knew he wasn't just some weird creepo. So,
He's a weird creepo who knows people.
yes. Yes. And that is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Alright.
I'm going to
Have
learn.
we missed anything? I feel like we're missing something.
Mahjong. Lesbian mahjong anime.
What?
It's the only reason I remembered. It's like, oh, I need to learn mahjong. Why? Because lesbian mahjong anime, and I'm gonna entertain the dragon with the mahjong, not the anime.
What? Lesbian mahjong anime. Okay.
It's a thing. But it's how I remembered that I need to learn mahjong.
I know, it sounds like a crappy mahjong anime.
I have no idea. I have not watched it.
You should watch the mahjong anime about the Yakuza and the underground mahjong ring,
There's
where you have to bet
sketchy,
like your arms and
high risk
legs.
mahjong games.
Oh, that's a mahjong game.
Okay.
If you lose, you're in indentured servitude for 50 years.
Oh. Enough about people being crazy.
I'm getting into character, Brandon.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
True.
There was no shootouts. I don't remember there being a shootout last time.
Where did we end last game?
Not in a shootout. I think. It's 50-50 chance, honestly.
I can't remember. It's been so long. I've slept poorly, but I have slept since then.
I'd hope so. I really don't remember, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're definitely preparing for the dragon and just sort of handling a multitude of things because we have a multitude of problems, as denoted by the people who still exist.
Yeah.
When Ashton's like, I really want to get rid of these awful mental attributes, and Leonard's like, did you forget I existed? Oh.
I mean, I did. So, yes. If I don't see you enough, you don't exist anymore. That's how the universe works.
Just because you have don't have object permanence doesn't mean that's the way the universe works.
Damn it. Then all my plans are foiled.
So, I believe, if my memory serves me correct, you all basically talked, you considered some things, and then we kind of took a break. So, so the question I ask all of you, what is it you guys want to do? I know you're preparing. You guys have that underway, all right? Underway, it's being prepared. You guys have probably a few days before the dragon's going to come. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Oh, shit. Last session, we had everything with you.
You get out there.
I think you cut out after LeBlanc.
I said, last session, we did all that shit with Oblivion.
I think that was a session before last, right? That was when
Yep.
Eddie. Yes.
Okay,
Eddie's the worst
okay.
boyfriend.
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Invisible creature was tearing at him as they escaped in the van. Eddie forgot, but he didn't forget Parvis, and that's why he's important now.
Purpose is always
Lies and slander.
Okay. Oh, I need a refresh too.
Oh yes, refresh. Anyone else need refresh?
I
Refresh.
should probably log into Roll20.
Yeah, I use a lot of chips. I don't ever get to save my chips up. They get used almost every game.
He has 6 chips. This is low, isn't it?
Me?
No, me. I usually sit on 10.
That's not your refresh, though.
No.
You would think it would be with all the bad choices I make.
Don't make you things. It's lack of power and have a lot of power.
I have
Ashton
5.
had a bunch of chips, but he used a bunch of chips also.
I have 5. I am okay.
Yep, 5 is my refresh. Good.
Lorelai I would like to kind of maybe sit down and talk a little bit with Elizabeth and or whoever it is that's the dude that's staying with Lorelai and her family that we saved his ass from with Marlo. Bud or Bruce or Buck. There we go.
And his daughter, Sarah Beth.
Yes. So Lorelai doesn't really know anything about them. She just ended up helping Ashton and them with that. So just maybe an explanation for that would be a good thing. And if he can be useful for our upcoming, whether it's a raid on Oblivion or anything talent-wise that can be helpful.
So you want to talk to Buck, which is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to talk with Elizabeth, right?
Well, I want to talk with the group about Buck and if they think he's going to be helpful, useful, all of that stuff, then maybe talk with him about how he can help to solidify it a little bit more of a power base.
Jeremy wanted him so he would have access to goods so he could do his, explodey stuff.
My
So,
science.
okay, he was the pawn shop. That's right. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I was forgetting why he was there.
That's cool.
He had a pawn shop, so that we're getting ready to set him up with a pawn shop once we deal with Marlo, so we know that Buck's not going to be threatened. Okay. I guess one of the things Lorelai would mention is when everybody has a chance to rest is to talk about the talk about Oblivion and what we're going to do to stop it.
All right. So,
If anybody else has something that needs to happen first.
yeah, the question I would have is, how are you going to make that conversation happen?
Well, where are we at this point?
All at your homes. Those are your coins.
Oh,
So
those
we're
are
all at
mine?
home.
First,
Where are those?
those things on your eyes were your coins.
Oh, sorry. I moved them so they looked like Mickey Mouse ears instead. Couldn't resist.
Huzzah.
So, how about everyone states where they are, all right, and what they're doing.
Ashton's at Leonard's / Candace's apartment. He still wants to talk to Candace to sort of relieve himself of these consequences.
You already did that. That's why they're yellow.
Okay. I think the mild one should be gone then, and the mental one should still be around then, right?
No.
Okay.
The very last scene we did was you getting those healed.
Okay.
So one of them will heal in a scene. The other one will stick around till the end of this game.
Ashton did want to see what well, he doesn't trust Leonard, so if he's around he won't say anything. But if it's just Candace, he would like to ask about Oblivion, see if she knows anything about that club. People who
Okay,
operate it.
so you're doing that. Elizabeth, what are you doing?
Elizabeth is continuing to oversee things at LeBlanc's.
Okay, so that's what she's doing. And I'm assuming, Lorelai, you've gone back to oversee things at your place also?
To make sure the villas are, everything's ready and good to go. I'm sure she'll be in close contact with Elizabeth.
Right. Sure.
Sorry, guys, hang on.
That's a dragon. I'm fighting a dragon.
You're fighting a dragon.
I heard dragon. Wanted to fight a dragon. No, I'm learning. I'm learning mahjong.
No, we're not fighting a dragon. We are
Entertaining.
a dragon.
You are
Yeah.
playing and learning your mahjong.
I am.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, where is there like? We have internet here at the place, right?
Sure, yes.
Well, then I'll be on a computer learning mahjong.
All right.
Probably going to have to find a mahjong board.
That can happen. Don't worry. I'm sure. Jeremy, if Jeremy is focused on learning mahjong, at some point, Lorelai's husband may together to get used to it, maybe.
I mean, I believe he's also practicing the mahjong.
Yes, he was learning as well.
Oh, we can practice together.
Okay. And that would be good because that would also let maybe let Parv practice with them, unless it'd be better not for him not to, since he would be partnered with the master.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. What'd you say?
Oh, shit. Parvis could join if he wanted to, maybe to offer some tips, unless he would rather not, or unless it would rather be a bad idea, or unless thought to be a bad idea, because Parvis is technically a competition.
Parvis is willing to teach them mahjong. It's fine, you know.
Okay.
He would ask one other person be there to play with him.
Partners, yes.
So wait, there'd be 3 of us and then the dragon, so that'd be 4 of us. So.
Yeah, but the dragon's not there yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's just practice. Big man doesn't show up for practice.
Yes. Now let me teach you how to entertain me.
I'll join if they're doing it at the LeBlanc's.
All right, fair enough.
Cool.
We basically know where everyone is. I assume currently it's likely Regina and Trixie and Elizabeth who are the ones who are playing mahjong with, or who are trying to help him learn mahjong. Therefore, thing. So.
Okay.
Or at least Trixie is sitting there learning with him while the other 2 are off doing other things. I think you can play mahjong 2-player. Anyway.
Awesome.
So, Lorelai, you wanted to do something? So now we know where everyone is. That was the question about your thing. So.
So I want to reach out to who is there? To Elizabeth. At some point, she's gonna text Elizabeth and ask to meet. Actually, never mind. No, she's just gonna call Elizabeth because cell phones are the devil. And when she calls, There's feedback going on.
We're getting a bit of an echo from you, Brent.
Okay, 1 second. I will adjust.
Okay.
Has that made it better?
I'm still hearing myself through somebody else's speakers.
Be mine. Try now.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
better.
better.
Okay.
Yep.
Lorelai is going to call Elizabeth when she has a break with planning.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, so about this business club, whatever we need to call it, and what it's doing, we need to figure out how to stop it.
I agree, but we don't know what's going on down in the basement to know what we're stopping.
The issue is I don't know if we can get down to the basement. Now, the last I saw in the basement was an orb of some kind. And you're gonna have to let me know, Brandon, if this is out of game stuff, but I think Lorelai saw that there was an orb that was absorbing memories.
You saw an orb.
That was light bright. And a bunch of the things people were standing around it.
Yes. It was obviously being used in some kind of magical ritual.
Yes. Didn't Adam say that they were taking the memories that way?
No, you got it after you traced back the spell that you used with Ian. So it was involved something with that.
Okay. So Lorelai would relay that to Elizabeth. So that is what last time I saw into the basement, what was happening.
Have you tried asking Adam? I mean, can he show you what's down there?
Well, he showed me what was down there before. I can ask again, but don't want to do that while I'm on the phone with you for fear of us losing connection. But I can call you back.
Okay. I mean, then, because if it's some spell, knowing what they're doing, you're going to use that information to be able to undo it.
Yes, that's the goal, is to undo it and stop it from happening again.
Alright, let me know what you find out.
Okay, I will let you know what I find out. Shit, okay.
Alright.
So Lorelai is going to hang up with Elizabeth. She's going to go down to her workshop,
Yes.
of course, to talk with this. I don't think Adam's stuff is qualifies so much as magic, but I'm not taking the chance.
I mean, there's still an opening in the middle of your workshop with tentacles.
There's still what?
The opening in the middle of your workshop with tentacles.
With tentacles?
Yes.
I thought that went away.
No, that didn't go away.
Is it playing patty cake?
It's not playing patty.
Okay, so if Adam's actually there, cool.
Which was why when you also said for Adam to go away, he was still there.
Mm. Well, she sent him away, like away out of the room away, and then he ended up in the sunlight.
Yes.
But now
That
he's
portion
back.
of him pooped. That portion went away. The rest of him was still there.
Okay. Lorelai, okay, then we'll go to the workshop. She's making a note somewhere of having a second one created so he can have this one.
Completely in disarray still.
Yeah.
The maids have refused to go in there.
Oh, they weren't allowed in there from the beginning. The last thing we need for them to open up like a gust of wind out of a jar and break their own necks.
Could you keep your gust of wind in the jar right there?
It would be
Everyone knows what
clearly
happens
labeled.
to maids and tentacles.
Oh, jeez. That too, yeah. Just nobody's allowed it.
Nobody's allowed in my tentacle room.
Yes. So Lorelai is going to come to the room to talk to Adam.
All right.
So she'll come in, she'll close the door behind her. Whatever marker she normally would put on the door, whether it's a little thing that says occupied, whatever, just so people know she's in her room.